So the student experience in the case of a test would be that what we've done is set up a practice exam here. This is for a geometry class talking about slope-intercept form. And you can see the student has done that. It's 12 questions long and they've scored 100%. Then today we gave the actual exam and the student scored 88%. What the student can do now is click that 88% and see that they got partial credit for number 3. They can see the response that they entered, and they can see the correct answer. Then they can also see they missed number 8. And similarly, they will see the correct response and what their answer was. So now what a student can do is say, okay, I know I missed number 3 and number 8, and I know I want to do a retake on this test. But before I do the retake on the test, I'm going to go back to the practice test, and I'm going to practice the heck out of number 3 and number 8. And it will continually populate new questions for me every time I answer. So let's, for instance, say I did this, and I get this -4 up 2 to the right 3. In a traditional setting, I would get one question to practice with, and then if I got it right, the game is over. Oops, I gotta fill in the empty boxes. The equation is y equals 2/3 x plus 4. And also recognize this is no work on the part of the teacher. The student can just go do this. And so I did something wrong. I accidentally put my equation negative instead of +4. Gained stage fright because of my video here. And so now I'm going to try again. And it's going to say I'm correct. And as I said, with a traditional paper version of a practice test or something, the game is over. I can't practice number 3 anymore, but now I can come down here and click try another. And I can do this an infinite number of times, and I'm going to get an algorithmically generated problem that is new every single time. And so I can literally do like 50 of these to improve my skill at this particular type of problem. And then the same thing with number 8, the other problem that I missed on the exam. And so again, this is no work for the teacher. The student can just jump right back into the practice test and say, okay, I need practice on 3 and 8, and then provide themselves with as much practice as they are willing to put in. So pretty much a perfect system for being able to do repair in terms of the question being, so what, now what? Well, this is now what? So what? I missed 3 and 8. Now what? Get on the practice test and practice the heck out of them. Then when the student comes in for tutoring, or we build in a testing retake day in class or whatever, we just see how this is closed. The test is closed. We can offer a second attempt at that test, and we can set it up to be a quick retake. So this student will only be asked to redo number 3 and 8 on the test, and it will be a different question than they got the first time because the numbers in the question will constantly be algorithmically generated. And so this student, for instance, got an 88. I just saw a student a moment ago that got a 56 or something. This student will have 2 questions on their retake. That other student will have like 5 questions on their retake. And so it customizes the retake to whatever the need of the student is. Perfect practice, perfect retake, no work on the part of the teacher.